Welcome to Organizational and Political Communication, a major that doesn't teach you what to think, it teaches you how to think. I'm Christina Heller, a 2006 graduate of the OPC major.
Hi, I'm Mike Weiler. I'm a professor in the Organizational and Political Communication Department here at Emerson. I think we're looking for a kind of student who is interested in making a difference in what we call the public sphere. And that's that complex world out there where we discuss and decide and act together.
I love what I like to refer to as the art of governing. Once people get into office, once they're done running, when they sit down and decide how to run the country, how do they do it? The department's very different from the rest of Emerson. OPC majors are usually very outgoing, very energetic, and very passionate about what they've come to the OPC department for. We have people who want to work in all sorts of fields of organizational and political communication, people who want to work for nonprofits, people who like working for candidates, and people who want to be the candidate.
I'm Michael McManus, and I am a senior OPC major at Emerson College. My first semester of being in the OPC major, I loved it, loved being a part of it. The professors here are amazing. That I think is the biggest thing for me, is the professors are so worldly and have so many connections. I got sucked right in, and now it's been the best experience of my life.
We shifted our program away from exclusively oriented toward electoral politics and moved more broadly toward leadership, electoral politics, and social advocacy.
My name is Anna Gavadon. I'm a junior organizational and political communications major. Right now I'm involved in a new feature semester. It's called the Presidential Campaign Semester. I am interning in Barack Obama's office right now in his New Hampshire-based campaign, and I'm taking the class for an internship credit and a class credit as well. One of the reasons I did the whole presidential campaign semester is that I knew it would be an invaluable experience and be awesome on my resume. So I'm hoping at the end of this I'll have some great networking contacts, and regardless of whether or not Obama wins, those people are going to go on to do greater and better things, and hopefully I'll be able to ride along on the train to success.
Hi, my name is Heather Marie Vitale, and I'm in my senior year as an OPC student at Emerson College. Even though my family's background is in electoral politics, my own passion is in nonprofits and social advocacy. Since coming to Emerson, I've been involved with the YMCA, Massachusetts and New Hampshire PIRG, Common Cause, Community Servings, and AmeriCorps. I'm passionate about social advocacy because I care about the people in the world around me, and I want to help them.
We feel we're in a position to provide a grounding in the communication arts as they respect politics more effectively than, say, a general political science program might do.
Although the Native American population has kind of rebuilt itself in Chicago, we're talking about the chief that was removed from the state long before the institution ever took on this form of the mascot.
If we could open communication lines better, just on a broad scale, I couldn't possibly see any harm coming from that. I think there could only be progress made on that front.
The reason he was banned by the NCAA was he was termed to be hostile.
The University of Illinois had a mascot who was a Native American. He was supposed to be a chief. His name was Chief Elinowek. And he came and performed at halftime at basketball and football games. And it was recently determined by the NCAA that he was an offensive figure and forbidden to be displayed anymore at any NCAA-sponsored events. So we were debating whether or not that was just, whether or not it was right, wrong, the politics behind it, the financials of it.
It's basically the university is using a symbol that represents, their ancestors, and they're not doing it justice. And
it's just a much more interactive experience than you're going to find at pretty much any other large university.
My name is Lane Anderson, and I'm a senior organizational and political communication major at Emerson College. Part of my requirement for my major was taking a campaign management course about 2 years ago, and part of that was volunteering for a campaign of our choice. I volunteered for Deval Patrick. Eventually, I managed to work my way up to a senior management position. I became a senior aide for Deval Patrick's campaign, and I still talk with the governor regularly. That campaign job with Deval Patrick led me to work for Senator Barack Obama, where I do speech writing and advance work for him, all before graduation.
Because we're oriented toward really creating engaged citizens, we think that that emphasis particularly prepares students for a broad range of careers that many of them will have.
My name is Stephanie Ellis. I am 1 year out of Emerson College, and I am currently an executive assistant at Robinson Layer in Montgomery in New York City. The advantages to being an OPC major, they've given you the ideas to really start to shape how you want your future to be. It could be a political campaign, it could be a strategic communications firm, it could be a TV show, it could be anywhere like that. You know what you want to do, and you know that you're going to be able to do it well and effectively.
My name is Patrick Morris. I graduated from Emerson College in 1997. I'm currently a partner at Hagen Capital. Hello, how are you? I think that the time in Emerson really helped me grow and mature into somebody that could actually go out into the workforce and succeed. It really helped me at least see a lot of different opinions and how to sort of integrate those into a decision-making process.
Hi, my name is Katie White, and I graduated from Emerson in 2006, and I am doing public relations for upscale travel destinations. My job is primarily media relations. I talk and email with the press all day long. The Emerson connection afterwards among alumni is a very real thing, and it's, you know, you will absolutely get jobs from knowing the professors and from knowing the other students and just have sort of lifelong friends. If I could just go back for a week, that would be so nice, because it was so fun being around people that actually cared about what was going on in the world, and there was a lot of passion, but there was a lot of thought behind all of it, and it was wonderful. It was a wonderful time.
In some ways, we're taking off on a very old concept that Aristotle talked about in his Politics, the concept of practical wisdom. That was a notion that he hoped to design a curriculum and also to design a range of experiences for his students that would enable them to act wisely and ethically, no matter what kind of issue they were faced with and no matter what kind of political context they might encounter. And that's our long-term goal for students, I think, in the Department of Political Communication here.
Consider organizational and political communication. You might not know who you're going to be in 4 years, so why not find a major that hones those skills that'll keep your options open?